Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he goes out right around the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Young on 3rd down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
First carry for Najee Harris. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just...
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin from 21 yards away. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line.
Oh, Young loses it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw brought in by Austin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Austin brings in the quick throw. Touchdown! Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. taken from just outside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. They go play action now. Wilson. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. That time, a 6-play drive.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And onto the field here come the Panthers. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Young. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Young. That is caught. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10. Now Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On first down, Wilson completes it to Austin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And Najee going to have a Steelers first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
Well, there you see it. A hat trick of touchdowns, and we're in the first half. I'm betting that he was over there saying, feed me.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I got to eat.
There is no doubt, and he's real hungry right now, isn't he? I mean, let's be honest about the whole thing. We don't have to be on the field to understand what he's telling everyone. Give me the ball. We're locked in with the offensive line. They're taking care of business, and I'm finishing things off.
Well, heck, he might be able to turn this into a historic event. We'll see.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They run with Harris.
73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Now it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. This is taken at the 15. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. first down. Young. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Young will set to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now here's Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try to run with Harris. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And he works free. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And now this throw incomplete. And that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. A handoff for Warren. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. It's Young on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Young. Throw left side on target to Thielen. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To the air once more, Young.
That one complete till again.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Young. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Young.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. To throw, Young. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Well, that's complete to Sanders. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. On the give, it's Warren.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 42.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run again with Harris. Some strong running at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Wilson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Young.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now Wilson on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Derek Brown, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us. They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but That lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Following the interception, Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Young. Got a man. That's Ligon. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Young on first down. Got a man. That's Ligon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Young. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down throw for Young. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
The throw over the middle taken in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll throw again. Young looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give running right. It's Hubbard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, That's certainly something to take pride in.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got room. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep them.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
30 yards.
and the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a quick, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young to throw it.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A second down throw for Young.
That one complete to Ligon.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.